Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein Files and their information?
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General
Twice.
Bondi,
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind.
All these survivors were asked if they want to stand up. Literally standing behind this white trash Pam Bondi here with their fake-ass gold cross and her fake-ass Christianity. Standing behind her. Raising their hands to say that Pam Bondi and nobody, not one person in their Justice Department has contacted them, who were abused by Jeffrey Epstein. But Pam Bondi was rushing out to arrest Don Lemon for going into a church for reporting. It's just, there are some people that are just awful, morally bankrupt human beings, and Pam Bondi is one of those. She is the prime example of just because you wear a gold cross doesn't mean you're a Christian or person of faith. Pam Bondi is working for a president who is a rapist, who is protecting men that molested children, and it's very, very likely that Donald Trump is one of those because he's on the Epstein Files more than Jesus is mentioned in the Bible. So let's be real. He's a pedophile, okay? Let's just call it what it is. And she's defending them, he's defending it, and the entire Republican Party is defending it. This is your pro-life. She's January 6th? Oh, I'm for law and order. She hasn't even opened an investigation into the two murders of Renee Good and the gentleman in Minneapolis. Where is it? Oh, but Don Lemon going to church. It's a bridge too far. Christian, yeah, sure. You know, later in that hearing, she started going off on this diatribe about the stock market. I'm not kidding. Behind her are survivors that she hasn't even spoken to since she's been put in that position, that pathetic loser. And she starts bragging about, oh, the stock market's at, the Dow's at 50,000. There are victims that were assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein, and you and your little orange antichrist rapist is protecting them. Protecting rich people because you want to stay in power. It is vile. There's no coming back from this. I do get comforted in one thing. One day, Pam Bondi and her little orange daddy and all of you Republicans and all of you red hatters that are out here to own the libs, that voted for a man who rapes women and sexually assaults women and protects pedophiles and doesn't rent to black people and causes an insurrection and calls women piggy, you're all going to sit there on Judgment Day. And you're going to stand before God with no fake news, no money, no right-wing propaganda, no radical left libtard nonsense, none of that. No guns, no Confederate flags. And you're going to be held accountable for what you did here. What are you going to tell him? Oh, God, I own the libs. Yeah, why didn't you go after the men, including the orange guy who protected pedophiles? Well, there's just nothing I can do. And he's going to send your ass right down to Jeffrey Epstein, the man that you protected. That's where you're going to end up. Good. Thoughts and prayers. It's the same thing that you give people that die by the thousands every year for gun violence. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. You're going to have your day somehow, some way. The inevitable is coming. And let's be very clear about something. Pam Bondi and 77 million people, including Joe Rogan, who's just a mediocre white man with a micro penis, you guys platformed a convicted felon, racist, white supremacist, grand wizard who has raped women, sexually assaulted women, who was on the Epstein Files almost 1 million times, who caused an insurrection and sat on his fat ass for 3 hours while officers were beaten. 5 of them died after that. And you platformed that. And you accepted it because you couldn't stomach voting for the black woman. And I don't care if you have 8 trillion followers. I don't care how much money you make. I don't give a damn. You can still be a shitty person, Joe Rogan, and be a billionaire. Pam Bondi, you can be the DOJ charge, and you can still be a shitty person, and you just proved it. That you care more about the stock market than women that are victims of assault, and it's disgusting. I look forward to Judgment Day for all of you. And I hope and I pray that if we still have a democracy, that Judgment Day will also be on earth, and that you will all rot in prison. And not to say you're in prison, that they will put you under the prison and then build it on top of you and just let you rot there, because that's what kind of people you are. Pro-life, my ass. Shove your gold crosses where the sun don't shine. Have a good day.